This is verse 28 of the 9th chapter of the Gospel of Matthew. Jesus is returning to what is called here the house. We assume this is a house in Capernaum, possibly the house of Peter. It's the only house really that's mentioned specifically, and Matthew doesn't give us any other explanation of it. So Jesus arrives at the house. He's been followed by two blind men, and that's the setting for the following conversation. So we have elthonti. This is an aorist participle from erchomai. Having come would be the idea. It's an aorist active participle. It's in the dative because we're supposed to tie the dative here to the dative here. This is functioning as the object of pros eilthon. They came to him. And the dative in the participle tells us that the description of having come is referring to Christ. So he having come, that is Christ having come, postpositive ace, into, with the accusative tein oikion, into the house. So he, Jesus, having come into the house. And then pros eilthon, this is a principal verb. Proserchomai means to come to. It takes the dative, which is what we have here. This is the third person plural, aorist active indicative. So they came to him. The subject of it is hoi tafloi, the two blind men that have already been described by Matthew in the preceding verse. They came to him, kai lege, and says, present tense, from lego I say, he says to them. So Jesus now addressing them, the indirect object of lege, he says to them, the subject ho Jesus. So the blind man came to him, or men came to him, he says to them, pistueta, it's a question, second person plural, present active indicative, do you believe, is the idea from pistuo, to believe, hoti, conjunction, believe that, dunamai, dunamai in the present here means I am able. That's the meaning here. Do you believe that? I am able. Tuto. This is the demonstrative pronoun. It's in the accusative. Do you believe that I am able this? Poiesai, aorist infinitive. Do you believe that I am able to do this, which you're asking of me, namely to meet the malady that they suffer from of blindness? Legusen, third person plural. Present active indicative, they say, indirect object, auto, to him, in the dative singular, nai, which means yes, Kyrie, yes, Lord, in the vocative. So Jesus asking them whether they think it's within his competence to provide the help that they are requesting, and they seem to be quite emphatic here in asserting that he is, and that seems to be the requisite faith necessary for Jesus to proceed as the story unfolds.